Hi everyone, this is Harsha here. So it's been a little while since I have posted any reactions to BL shows. So today I'm going to be checking out the final episode of Gaya sa Pelikula. I know a few people have asked me to react to Dear Carl, which is the like the little video clip that Vlad actually plays for Carl in that little confession setting. I chose not to react to that on screen. I have watched it, so I know what's in the video, but I will not be reacting to that. I'm just gonna go straight into the final episode. I have seen that there are some special episodes which have come on up. Like it's popped up on my YouTube. I'm not entirely sure what those are. It looks like, I mean, I've seen like little snippets here and there. It looks like it's the producers, the writers, the directors, like everyone actually talking about the show. And I know the cast members were being interviewed as well. So I don't know if that's something that's worth reacting to. If you think I should be reacting to that, please do let me know. Drop that down in the comments section below. And yeah, I mean, if enough people actually think that I should react to it, then by all means, I will. I also heard rumors that there's going to be a season 2. So if that is really the case, then I'm super, super excited. So do let me know about that as well. If there is a season 2 coming up, drop that in the comments below. So, I can keep a heads up for when it does come out and make sure to react to it. All right, so I think I've spoken enough. We will get straight into the reaction. And please, if you do enjoy these reactions, do subscribe to my channel. At the very least, do leave me a like. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's go.
Uy, mamaya, last movie na natin. I'll miss this.
Oh, Sons!
Vlad, go with Sandy. May gusto ka ba sa kapatid ko?
Hindi sa ganung paraan natin.
Hey, it's okay, Carl, calm down, okay? We'll figure this out. Simple ko naman yung tanong, okay? Gusto mo ba ako?
Okay tayo, Vlad.
So why act like I just accused you of a crime?
Man, they left it on a real emotional climax. Okay. It's big time emo phase. I'm assuming Carl is imagining this. I doubt Vlad is still staying in the house after that previous episode. Is that really him singing? Oh wow. If that's really him singing, he's got a beautiful voice.
Sa away at chawan mat pagmamalabis, may pag-ibig pa rin, huwag ka na umalis. Dahil dito, dito na susukat ang layo.
Ugh.
Sentro nitong daigdig.
Gosh. That's just so awkward. Like the way Carl is standing in a corner, watching him with his, like, emotions all over his face. He's obviously, like, he obviously wants to stop him, but then on the other hand, he still is not able to deal with the fact that, he kissed him and that everyone saw it and that he'll have to come out and admit that there's something there. And then of course you've got poor Vlad, who looks like his heart is about to break apart, and he's like literally like in tears as he's packing up. And then you have the sister who's kind of like standing there like a sergeant major, and she's like, you do your thing, I'm watching you, boy, no interaction, pick up your shit, pack up your shit, and out. So she's like, the protective figure. She's like, I'm not gonna let you talk to my brother because you broke his heart. So man, that's rough, really rough. It's almost like he's like a naughty boy who's been punished and been told to like go stand in the corner. So I like this song, it's beautiful. Young love. They are hella cute together though, I will say that much. This is really like the beginnings of young love. It's like the super rosy, it's like candy floss, bubbles, everything sugary sweet. Oh man, come on. You guys have to use your words. Use your words, boys. Jeez.
Tara na, Vlad.
If both of them are gonna be passive, they're never gonna resolve anything. Like, someone has to make the first move. They have to use their words. And to be honest, the ball is actually in Carl's court, because he's the one who, wanted to deny their relationship, was not ready to come out. So, if anybody has to make the first move, it's him. Because in Vlad's case, he's pretty much been told that, what they have isn't real, that, he was sort of rejected, even though, the two of them have been in love all this time. Like, Carl is still denying it, so he has to come out and say what it is before they can move to the next step. So gosh, it looks so lonely.
The year na binili ko tong condo na to, a boyfriend broke up with me.
The uncle was missing in that whole scene, and then suddenly they kind of bring him in as this like inspirational, or like a sort of like a storytelling figure. That's interesting.
Nang ako ng kabutihan. Parang kaya na akong mahalin. Nakakainis lang kasi somehow yun lang ang naalala ng mga tao. Pati ng papa mo. Kebs, kung ako lang yung kilala nilang baklang engineer or na nakabili na ako ng condo while they're still renting. Basta bakla ako at may iniyakan akong lalaki. Tapos in defense of my generation, we barely received it. See, love. Yeah. Pag nandiyan,
Oh my goodness, those words.
kakapit
I don't think
kami.
that just applies to LGBT love, or, you know, I think it kind of, you know, reflects our general society today. Like, it's not easy to find love, you know, whether you're straight, whether you're gay, whether you're pan, whether you're bi, whatever it is. It's not easy to find, you know, the person that works or that's right for you. So, by all means, I mean, I think that is probably my favorite line. Like, when you find it, hold on to it tightly, because it really doesn't come easy. That's for sure.
Kasi hindi namin kinalakhan yun eh.
Yeah.
Di namin
Yeah, it's
kami
not just
darating.
romantic love, it could be familial love, you know, love between friends, platonic love, you know. There are many different types of love, and it doesn't always have to be romantic love, but in general it's not easy to open yourself up to the point where you can truly love someone and they can love you back. So if you find that with somebody, then definitely hold on to it, for sure.
Okay, kukwento mo ba sa akin o hulaan ko na lang? Oh, taray. Sabihin ba yung
Aw.
kamino? Pero Carl, I have a favor to ask. Whatever happens, you need to remember. I just got my heart broken. Again. Hindi ako laging nasasaktan dahil bakla ako.
It takes a lot of courage to do that.
But look. All my achievements
Exactly.
still mine. So don't let me
Being
go
gay
much
is just a part of you. It doesn't make you who you are. You're just you. So, you know, whatever you achieve, whatever you accomplish, that's all on you. It's got nothing to do with you being gay.
Kito,
Mm-hmm.
alam ko namang wala akong ginagawa
What's the
masama eh.
problem? What are you scared of? That's the thing, right? I guess you gotta figure out what you're afraid of. Oh, baby. This poor child. He's still got a lot of growing up to do. It's a process, right? And to be honest, you know, he was being rushed into it. They kind of pushed him into a corner and he reacted badly. So, aw, sweetheart. Mm. Oh man, that's rough. Ah, sweetheart. You gotta take your time. These things don't happen overnight, man. first day of school, how much later does that take place? Oppa! Cute.
Ito, exciting. Binayagan ako na advisor ko kumuha ng mga subject na related sa pelikula. Alam niya na gusto kong mag-shift. Ikaw, kamusta balik buhay na?
Malo ka, parang si ate.
Actually, feeling ko nga final form ko yung ate mo eh.
Oh my God, please wag.
Buti nga, hindi kami madalas magkita kasi lagi siyang may pasok. Like now, I'm so free, nakakapag-yoga-yoga ako. Pero, alam mo, in fairness, na-miss ko.
Anyway,
Okay.
trust me on this, okay?
Okay.
This is the mature thing to do.
Pero huwag ka magpakalasing, please.
Yeah. I mean, there's still Berlin to look forward to, right? Bawal magka-love life, graduating senior. Almost na thesis.
Please don't go there. Buti pala,
So has Anna become like the BFF to Carl the way Sue is to Vlad?
I met someone.
What?
O siya, sige na. Magliligpit pa ako rito sa kaparating na yung bagit. Sige na.
I like their friendship.
Bye, Ana.
Later ah. Love you. Saka ako next kwento.
Oy! Oy! Oy!
Bye.
Kwento! Hey, just one drink, okay?
Funny mo universe.
They just missed each other.
Carl, are you sure you don't want to extend your contract? You have more ghostwriting jobs.
I'm sorry, sir, but the SEM has already started. I won't have the time for it. But thank you for everything.
Alright.
Unless...
Come on, use your words. Come on. If you want something, you have to ask.
I'd like to read my name in the byline next time. Do you have a job where I can do that?
I'll see if I can find something for you.
Alright, sir. Thank you.
I wonder whether he has worked up enough courage to come out to his parents. Pancakes ain't the same, huh, if Vlad's not there. I think that might be a little too much rice for one person. it's rough, right? Being in the place where they've shared all their memories, and then, you know, every time you see something that reminds you of that person. That looks like Vlad. It looks like his coughs. It's definitely his, like, style. How do you sleep through that? Hey, buddy, how are you sleeping through someone trying to open your front door?
Sino yan?
Sino ah? Ba't ka nasa unit ko? Hoy, sagat! Kago! Sino ka? Ba't ka nasa unit ko? Eh, ikaw ba yan?
Does he not recognize the voice?
Sa inyo tong unit.
Ano nang gamit dito?
Sir, sabi nga hindi sa inyo tong unit ako.
It's not my unit.
This is not
Are you guys not gonna talk it out?
Not my ex. I'm not your ex.
Mm.
You're not my
Has this boy been getting shit-faced every day? Oh, that's gross. That is severely gross. Why do you...
Ano?
Wala. Uy, Vlad.
Yan, dyan ka.
Kainis lang eh.
Ang init naman, Arky. Wala ka bang fire ko? Magubad ako dito, sige ka. Ay, magubad ako dito. Do you hear me? Dito babasa siya.
Wait lang.
Yan. O, dali. Tanggalin mo yung isa.
How drunk is this kid?
Tantanan mo nga ako. Yung isa nga nahubad mo eh.
Oh, matapos mo akong saktan, tatanggalin lang ng sapatos.
Is he gonna chuck it at him?
There. Fetch, doggy. Fetch, doggy. Come here. Yan.
This kid drinks way too much. He obviously does not know his limits.
Ay. Sarap. Yan. Good boy. Pancake.
Alak pa.
Ba't mo alam? Obvious ba?
Yukaan mo kaya ako.
Oto. Tapon ko ulit to.
Tubig, gusto mo?
I wanna brush my teeth. Kasang sisig yung mouth ko eh. You wanna try?
Sige lang. Andiyan pa yung toothbrush mo.
Uy, hindi pa niya tinatapon. Maaso pa siya.
Toothbrush ka na nga. Nangalingaso ka kaya.
Ikaw nga, amoy suka pa eh.
He's got a retort for everything.
Kasi mo ko eh.
Way to make him feel bad, Vlad.
I met with my ex kanina. Don't worry, it's not like that. We did so for closure. Apparently he cheated on me. Hindi career yung reason why he broke up with me. He did it because he fell in love with the guy. I got so angry na I walked out of the bar kanina, and it was like an entire scene. But if I'm being honest, mas nagalit ako sa fact na alam ng lahat ng friends nila yung tungkol sa kanila. Whereas I wasn't even allowed to tell any of our friends in the org. And I get it. You
Vlad.
trust me, I do. I'm sorry that I tried to take you
Pero
with
Vlad,
me.
tama ka
Okay?
naman eh.
I'm sorry na pinilit
Vlad,
ko.
tama ka. Sige.
It just needed time.
Hey. Hey, that's great. You said it. But out there, Carl,
I think he needs time.
are you ready to say it out there?
He's not sure.
It's okay. But I'm sorry, Carl. I don't want to be silent about my love. I've done that enough. I
You
want to be
do.
out there. Deserve it.
Exactly.
Just
See,
like
that was
you.
the point, right? They're at very
So
different
take your time.
like phases, you know? He's been through it all. Carl hasn't. So he needs to get there. And you can't rush this. He has to come to terms with it himself. It's nothing to be sorry about, bruh. You just
Sorry.
Don't you know by now?
I hope you figure it out soon, Carl. You both of you deserve to be happy with whatever makes you happy, so
Dito ko na lang.
you could equate this, right? If you're going to put this in just a very regular setting, like forget about the LGBTQ community for a second, but just think about this. It's the same concept as two people who are perfect for each other meeting each other at a very wrong time when maybe one person is just out of school, busy chasing their career, trying to like make it become successful, and then the other one is, like ready to settle down, wants to have kids, like wants to kind of have the whole, white picket fences kind of life. And even though, on so many levels they would be fantastic together, it's just not the right time. Like maybe if they had met 4 years later or 5 years later or something along those lines, it may have worked out. But then because they met at this time when the two of them were on very different, like, I guess, journeys, somehow, it just didn't quite pan out, even though, personality wise, in so many ways, they were perfect for each other. So you could actually equate this story, to just a regular relationship where two people, just meet each other. They're perfect for each other, but the timing's just not right. So it's just like a nice little foil. So I like that with this show, it's not just about the LGBT community. It can be equated to anybody's life, really, anybody's relationship, finding love, finding out, like, sort of like figuring out who you are as a person, what you want to be, where you want to go in life, and then meeting somebody at the right time and, you know, making it work if it's right. So that's the nice thing about this. Hmm. Who would
Still no
anyone
guess?
miss washing the dishes? My pet peeve. Seriously, I freaking hate washing dishes.
Sorry.
Now that
Ang gabi mo na.
he should apologize for, but nothing else.
Wala na parang bago.
Hindi pa naman ah. Tell me a story, Carl. What's your alternate ending? Ano mangyayari kung hindi natin kailangan matakot?
Oh my gosh, how cute. I think that would have been a wonderful, wonderful ending. That's sweet. Oh. It's like the gushing sister, the uncle who's like, hell yeah, bitches. And then, of course, Anna, who's like their biggest supporter. So, in an ideal world, this is what it would be. And I mean, this is a scenario that one would hope would become the norm, and not just an ideal world. I mean, this is what everyone's kind of, fighting for and working towards, to make the world a more tolerant place where everybody can be happy with whoever they want to be happy with without any judgment from anyone else. So
Susubukan bang pigilan ang pagtakbo ng tadhana? Kung alam mo sa puso mo na wala nang masasaya. Tulog na mahal ko, ang bukas ay darating. Sa iyo ang panahon ay ang ating kaibigan. Tulog na mahal ko, hayaan mong ika'y bitawan ng halik. Ang iyong kamay ay aking hahawakan. Atin ang gabing ito at di may kakailan, na tayong dalawa sa iisang mundong ginagawa. Susubukan bang pigilan ang pagtakbo ng tadhana? Kung alam mo sa puso mo na wala nang masasaya.
Oh man, stop saying sorry.
Sorry. Hindi ko naman kasalanan. Hindi mo kasalanan.
Sa iisang mundong ginagawa, susubukan bang pigilan ang pagtakbo ng
If only life was that simple, huh? You can't hide away forever, Carl.
Gusto ko dadalhin kung saan saan.
Oh, ano lang balak natin yan ngayon? Opa,
Oo. Bawi sa grades. Tapos madali makapag-shift.
tapos, ang komportable dito sa sarili mong dimensyon, no, Carl? Pero,
Mhm.
sabi mo, dito ka lang titira. Hindi ka magkukulong. Sige nga, when was the last time
Yeah,
made
you
a
gotta
friend
put
mo?
yourself out there. Open up to people. Make friends. Build a social circle. Come on.
Kay Vlad.
Tapos ang special lang meron sa inyo, di ba? Pero, hanggang dito lang siya. Hanggang dito lang siya sa lugar na to. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na walang bilang yun. Pero
Exactly. So you can't just
kasi,
hide.
lagi makikisali yung realidad. Doon,
Good
wala
advice,
tayong
Anna.
mawala. Hindi ko sinasabing mag-out ka, ha? Sa'yo yan. Sinasabi ko lang, mabuhay ka sa labas. Hawak mo pa ang oras mo, kaya samantalahin mo. Please? Dapat kanilang makita.
Takot ako.
Saan? Na ano? Makilala? Madiskubre? Sige nga, bakit gusto mong magpelikula?
There you go then.
Gusto ko magkwento.
Ay, kaninong kwento?
Sa akin.
Sinong kakwentuhan mo? Bakit sila magkakaroon ng pakialam sa kwento mo? Kung ikaw, wala ka namang pakialam sa kanila.
Ay, alam naman ako sa kanila. Ana.
O edi isama mo ang kwento nila.
Unti-unting nawawala ang iyong mga salita. Dahan-dahang naglalaho ang lahat na pangako. Napapansing lumalayo ang iyong tingin.
Exactly.
Lumabas ka.
You still got a whole world, big, wide world waiting for you out there, Carl. Go out there, put yourself out there. Live and learn.
Hanap-hanapin ang mga mo sa gabi. Ulit-ulitin ang bawat kwento at sikreto natin hanggang wala na ang
I like that. Till we meet again. All right. Okay. All right, so that was the final episode of Gaya Pelikula. And I have to say, it ended where it had to end. I mean, to be honest, as much as I think everyone would have hoped that the two of them would have, reconciled and gotten together as a, couple immediately, I think Carl has a lot of growing to do. He still has so many fears, and he's still figuring himself out. He needs to, come to terms with it himself to be able to come out to his family, to the people that he's close to. And he needs to stop being so afraid, and that's not something that can happen overnight. I mean, as much as having someone like Vlad be with him would be a support, it has to come from within. And so I think they ended it, at the best possible place. I don't think any other ending would have really made sense. But then on that note, it does leave, the perfect beginning for a season 2. The entire season 1 was shot in this apartment, and it's essentially this like beautiful love story that took place in this one space where it's just them, it's their little cocoon, it's almost like a dream-like setting. You don't get to see the real world, the reality of it. And as Anna says, like, no matter like how perfect your little setup is, reality is always going to come kicking at the door and disrupt whatever little fantasy you've created. So I think it would be great to see, a season 2 where Carl and Vlad interact at school, where, like the real world kind of kicks in, and whether Carl is able to kind of grow enough to be able to, to come out and to actually be in a relationship as somebody that's out and proud. So I mean, I don't know if, that is the direction that they would go in or whether they would pick something else. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I feel like with this show, the plot line moves a little slowly, but the messages are very deep. And I feel like in a lot of ways, the show is all about educating, and getting people to understand, what it means to be a part of the LGBT community, the struggles that one faces, and the fact that it's okay to be who you are, that you should accept yourself, that you should love yourself, and, you should never let anyone tell you otherwise. And I mean, forget about the LGBT aspect. Beyond that, there are a lot of different characters. Each one comes with their own story. Like you have Anna, who's the single mother, and, the fact that she's not ashamed, that she's, moving on with her life. And, she admits that there are times that she's tired of being a mother, but, at the end of the day, she still loves her kid and she still wants to do the best for her. So there are all these little facets. I mean, this was an extremely charming show, very, very well written, considering, that it's a fairly simple plot, and it's quite a slow plot where not a lot, it's not like one of those like super suspenseful, very like action packed where it's like one episode and it's like bam, like 20 things happen. Like here it's like a bit of a slow build, but the characters are incredibly endearing. They're super charming. There are a lot of lessons to be learned. There are a lot of like messages being put out there, and I think the main point of the show is to get people to think, outside the box, to understand the other side, like what people from a completely different background may be going through. Like nothing is black and white. There are a lot of gray areas, and I think the show, set that up really, really well. And I think definitely, I'm sure that there are a ton of people that have watched it and, have maybe started to, think a little bit more about the LGBT community in a more positive way, or, they may have like learned a few things which they didn't know before. They've been educated on things that may not have ever occurred to them before. So I think, from that perspective, this show was fantastic. I truly enjoyed it, and I will be looking forward to season 2. I mean, I'm still not 100% sure. I've heard from a few people that there's going to be a season 2, but I'm not 100% sure, so do correct me if I'm wrong. But, I mean, considering where they left off on the show, it definitely, is set up for a season 2. So yeah, do let me know in the comment section below if you know anything about it. And yeah, please feel free to share your comments, feedback, anything else that you would like to discuss. And I mean, now that I've finished with this show, feel free to recommend, any other shows that, you would like me to react to. Just one thing to note, like with a lot of shows, if I've already seen them and you request them, I may not react to it, because generally I prefer to watch things for the first time when I react. So if it's a show that I've already seen, it feels a bit dishonest, or like I feel like my reactions are not authentic enough for me to, put out there. Like it's a bit stilted, because as it is, I would say I'm not the most like I'm not super expressive. I'm not like, oh, like that's really not me. So I feel like, if it was something I'd already seen, and I was trying to pretend like I'd not seen it before, you guys would definitely be able to tell. Yeah, so anyway, but just feel free to drop that in the comments section below. I know like people have been asking me to react to like a bunch of Thai shows. I have actually seen quite a few, like, I mean, Together, the series, Still Together, like, I've seen that Why Are You, the series, I've watched, My Engineer, like, I Told the Sunset About You. I know that the second season for that one is out, so I think I might react to that once the whole thing is done, because I did really enjoy it. I Told the Sunset About You. My issue with some of the Thai shows is I honestly find some of them extremely senseless plot-wise. Like, they just keep recycling the same plots. The acting is kind of subpar, and the only thing that, is interesting about the show is the eye candy. I mean, not all, don't get me wrong, like some of them have been lovely, but a lot of them can be a bit blah. And so that is why when people ask me to react to Thai shows, I'm always a little hesitant. So I mean, if you do have any Thai show that you think is really high quality and something that you think I should be reacting to, feel free to drop that in the comments. Look, I have nothing against Thai shows. Like, there was a period of time when I was literally binging every Thai BL show I could get my hands on because, at one point of time, they were the only country that were producing, a lot of BL. Like, it's only pretty recently that, Korea, Taiwan, like China, like now the Philippines, like, they have started producing either BL or bromance type shows. For a very long time, it was essentially just Thailand that was doing it. So, no shade to them because, they, I think, were the pioneers of this, way before any of the other, like, Asian countries kind of got in on the scene. So kudos to them for that. But it's just sometimes I find the content can be a bit crappy. So that is generally why I don't react to too many Thai shows. But again, like I said, if there's anything that you really want me to react to, feel free to drop that down in the comment section below. All right, on that note, I'm going to end my reaction because I feel like I've been rambling and rambling. So, yeah, if you enjoyed my reaction, please do subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more reactions to dramas, to BL, to K-pop, to other global music videos, entertainment shows. There are a whole bunch of things that I have in the pipeline. Unfortunately, like, because I have a full-time job, I'm not able to post as much as I would like to, but you can count on the fact that there will be a lot more content coming your way. So yeah, so on that note, I will say goodbye, and I will catch you on the next reaction. Take care, everyone.